Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Moltrap, and I'm here with Combat, and we are doing a dual commentary, and this is going to be a great game. Both of us are really looking forward to this game, because it is, in fact, Bisu versus Stork. Bisu versus MFing Stork, ladies and gentlemen. These two, I mean, this is basically like the biggest Protoss versus Protoss rivalry, like, ever. There's been bigger rivalries, but not between, like, two Protosses. Bisu, when he was basically, like, owning everyone, the only person that anyone thought could stop Bisu during his reign of terror was Stork, and they ended up in the MSL finals, and like, one of the most epic best of 5 series I have ever seen in my life. And Stork ended up, here's this countdown real quick, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Stork ended up barely losing that last game. Bisu won. And then they actually met again in the next season in the OSL and in the semifinals, and Stork 3-0'd Bisu. And so that's where things stand now. They've kind of like, it's not just like they've met in lower stages or anything like that. They've both met in like high areas of Star Leagues and met against each other, and each of them have taken a series. So this isn't as important of a game, it's just a Pro League game, but it is, you know, kind of a big deal as far as, you know, what they're doing. And by the way, Bisu is going to be in red, he's at the 6 o'clock position, and Stork is going to be in blue, and he's at the 9 o'clock position, and I'm pretty sure this is Katrina.
Yeah, and I am pumped up as hell for this matchup. Like, honestly, my two favorite players going at it, and yeah, if you guys, I highly recommend, if you guys haven't watched the best out of 5 in their MSL finals, you have to watch that. Like, the 5th game, oh my god, yeah, it was basically like, if you guys haven't watched Stork vs GG play, that was exactly like Stork vs GG play, and it was the longest 1 hour and some odd minutes game. Oh my god, that was the craziest game ever. You guys all have to go watch that if you haven't already. And by the way, right now they're both just doing standard builds, setting up their pylons, gateways. Is Stork's pylon on his gas or not? I can't really tell right now. I think it is, and
yeah.
If it is, it's nothing.
Yeah,
it's nothing big. It won't help his gas go any faster, but it'll make sometimes probes be retarded, and they like do an extra small side step before they actually transfer the gas, and that's probably just to disable it. But sometimes they don't even do it, so it's something big. And a little bit about the map. Katrina is a really huge map, and it tends to favor fast expand builds, except in mirror matchups. Any mirror matchup, you can't really fast expand because there's always the possibility of your opponent rushing. And Stork doing, okay, yeah, here we go. Let me talk about this right now. Stork doing a 1 gate tech build. Basically, you're getting 1 gate and then you're teching to Dragoons, and Bisu is doing a 2 gate build. So Bisu is going to be pressuring Stork early on, except I don't think Bisu's rush is going to succeed because first the map, oh actually it might, because they're actually side positions and they're right next to each other, so this might succeed, but that was a really big risk on Bisu's part because I'm not sure if he scouted Stork before he made the 2nd gate. If he did, then I guess that was smart on his part, except it could have been a risk that he just got lucky with, and he is getting his gas, so he's not really committing to this rush. He's just showing Stork he has 2 gateways, and yeah, it's not gonna, nothing big is gonna happen right now. Like, they're both gonna be, maybe if Bisu gets lucky, he'll kill a drone or two, sorry, a probe or two, but yeah, nothing big. And as far as this matchup goes, huge rivalries. Both these players want to win this so badly. Yeah, it's just huge, and honestly, I don't even know, like, I usually have one player I'm rooting for. In this game, I'm rooting for both players, and probe on, sorry, Zealot on Zealot action, Zealot sneaking through, and we'll see if he kills our probe or not. Wait, yeah, no, yeah, he's Stork's microing his probes really well, and by the way, the probe is there also because if a probe and a Zealot attack a probe, then the Zealot can 2-hit the probe because the other Zealots, because the probe does an additional 5 damage, and that's all you need. And the Zealot, I think 1 probe died, and the Zealot's going in, and it's gonna die because the Dragoon can obviously kill it, and that's pretty much nothing special happening right now.
Yeah, the Zealot's still alive, but I think he's just using it to scout now. I don't think he's gonna try and, well, no, he is gonna try and sneak back in and get, no, never mind. Yeah, you're right, the Dragoon's gonna drive him off. It's possible he's going 2 gate initially just as like a safety measure, just in case Stork was cheesing him or something like that. So he may have just, because 2 gates kind of a safe build, just, you know, because that way if your opponent goes 2 gates, you have 2 gates to, you know, combat also, to combat their zealots and stuff like that. But it does look like it is going to be, you know, it's interesting, neither of them has expanded yet. On Katrina, you almost always see a fast expansion. They probably are going to start expanding here pretty soon. And Stork's getting his extra gateway, and Bisu is getting his cybernetics core. So in just a minute, they're basically going to be, oh, he has his core up. So they're basically going to be even here in just a second. And by the way, just a little bit of background on how these players have been doing. Stork lately, he's considered, if you don't know Stork, he's considered to have basically the best Protoss versus Protoss in the game, if he's playing well. Lately, he's been playing suck, so you can't expect him to be the best ever. Otherwise, Bisu would definitely be, you know, not favored here. Oh, and Bisu, wait, what's going on? Did Bisu just put down a pylon? Okay, I thought he was blocking those on Nexus. He must have put it out of the way. But Bisu, on the other hand, he has been out with an injury lately, so he hasn't been playing a whole lot, but he has just come back to the Pro League the last couple days, and he's been really strong for the last for the couple games I've seen him since he's come back into the Pro League. So that Dragoon is really confused by the probe line. What was it? Did he put down a pylon in his own like Nexus area, or what exactly was that for Bisu?
Oh no, they both fast expanded, and yeah, they're both going for their Nexus right now. And injury, I never knew about that, but yeah, and Bisu's, he's trying to stop the, I don't know what the heck that probe's doing for Bisu. Dragoon's moving out, except I don't think they're going to attack or anything at all right now, because you're not supposed to well, you're supposed to put pressure on when you expand, except he's not really going to put pressure on because he's fighting against a ramp, and yeah, there's no way. And Stork going for his robotics facility, again, pretty standard for both players. It's pretty much a mirror matchup, like fully a mirror matchup right now. I wouldn't give either player a decisive advantage. I guess Bisu a small advantage because he got his Nexus like 2 seconds earlier, but yeah, it's going to be a pretty standard game as of now. They're both going to the robotics facility, so you're not going to be expecting Templars or Dark Templars any soon. You're going to be seeing, in the first battle, you're probably going to be seeing like 2 Reavers, a Shuttle, and a few Zealots and Dragoons combating each other. Combat, how ironic, but yeah, that's probably what you're going to be seeing in the first battle or 2, and yeah, that's pretty much it right now. Nothing special happening.
I might give a little bit of an advantage to Bisu because of the map positions too, because the way that the map is set up, basically, Stork has to defend his front in the north, and his front is really far away from where his natural expansion is. So if Bisu goes in for a drop, basically if you just look at the mini-map, it'll be a lot easier for Bisu to just go directly to the left and drop on Stork's natural, and then if Stork falls back to his natural, it'll be harder for him to get around. So, but if Stork wants to go and attack Bisu's natural expansion, he'll have to go all the way around, and then his shuttle will be really, really far away from Bisu, far away from his base, if Bisu wants to do like a counterattack, whereas Bisu could easily just pull his forces back to his front door because it's so close. So we'll see if that works into his advantage, although it looks like Stork getting a Citadel of Adun, so he may be going actually for a Dark Templar drop instead of for the normal Reaver build. Usually the kind of the norm is to get Reavers, and then you see, like you said, Dragoons and Reavers and that sort of thing. But Stork has actually gotten that Citadel, and so I think Bisu saw it too because it looked like it was at his expansion. So Stork's going to go... Oh, and Bisu's gotten a Citadel too. I didn't even notice that. I'm so sorry I missed that. Bisu's getting his Templar archives up, so we're going to see dual Templars, and no one's going to get any Reavers at all. That's kind of interesting that they both decided to do that.
Yeah, definitely. I thought they were going to go Reavers, but since they're both... I guess since they both have their expansions, you're not usually supposed to use Reavers in, like, large numbers. Like, you never see a Protoss versus Protoss with, like, 6 or 8 Reavers combating, like, the other person's units. You're supposed to use Templars after you get your first expansion, and then because Templars are, like, the more standard unit, and they're a lot easier to, like, micro, because all you have to do is storm. And Bisu putting up another 2 gateways, and this Observer is going to get taken out. And, yeah, so no Reavers, but... yeah, so you're going to be seeing DTs, sorry, Templars from both players, and yeah, good point on the part of positions, and yeah, Bisu is going to have a definite advantage there because the drop, what do you call it? The drop distance is really close for Bisu, and for Stork he actually has to go like either he goes all the way around or he tries to come from the bottom and sneak a small DT drop at the main. Except that's highly unlikely. Bisu, unless Bisu, a good way for Stork to do this would be get a major battle like happening in the center and then try to get a small DT drop and a temp drop and catch Bisu off guard. Oh, and the shuttle coming in right now, and yeah, all you need is 2 Templars, take out a whole probe line, and that would easily turn the battle. And
looks like he's
yeah,
gonna
we'll
drop
see
the
what
main
happens right
thing
now.
and attack the front at the same time. We're probably gonna see like a dual prong thing here.
Oh, DT sneaking in, and Observer spots it. Yeah, he's probably gonna get 2 or 3 kills. It's really good how DT's one-hit probes and one-hit drones, because that really gives that really makes like a DT drop really effective, because they can one-hit it. You usually don't see a DT drop. Actually, you do, because turrets are really late. But yeah, never mind. I was getting kind of off topic, but. Yeah, so DT, it was nothing big. They're both just, Bisu's trying to harass Stork a little bit. Stork, I gotta give Stork a little bit of third expansion. Alright, this could be a key point right here. Bisu is getting his 3rd expansion. And this map actually seems to really favor Bisu in the position aspect, because he has a ramp to guard his 3rd expansion also. And Stork can't basically push out to Bisu's 3rd expansion because he has a ramp there, and he can't really get his own 3rd expansion because Bisu can attack it really easily. And yeah, this seems to be like ridiculously favored for Bisu just because of the positions, and I guess you can't really give Bisu like any credit for that. It's just a matter of luck on wherever they spawn.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh, Stork setting up for a hidden expansion up there. Now this is gonna be key if Bisu scouts this or not. It's all gonna come down to Bisu. Yeah, if you can see in the minimap, Bisu is sending a probe or something to scout the top left expansion, and I'm just looking in the minimap right now, so sorry if I'm not getting some details in the actual screen. And he does scout it, and yeah, so that's gonna be really key. And he's sending a DT up there right now, and yeah, he definitely scouted this. And yeah, this shuttle's not gonna go anywhere as of now. Maybe later on it will, and we'll see how things turn out after this.
Yeah, that was pretty crucial there. He spotted it at just the perfect moment, so he's gonna be able to send a DT up there, and just that one Dark Templar is gonna be able to take care of that base probably, because it's gonna be really difficult for Stork to get any forces up there. They're gonna have to go a long distance. So by the way, I wanted to note real quick, Stork has been consistently hunting down Bisu's scouting observers and things like that. So you know, that's something. Oh, it looks like Stork has moved a couple zealots and an observer up there. Well, it looks like they might be engaging the battle. Bisu has the high ground here. He is moving down off the high ground. Storm's going off on both sides troops. I think Stork got a better storm off on that one, but Bisu's countering with storms of his own. If Stork can kill off those High Templar before they get their last storms off, never mind, they're turning into Archon, so it doesn't really matter. It looks like Stork is barely going to come out ahead. No, actually, I take it back. This is balanced on a knife edge, but it looks like Bisu had just a couple more Dragoons. Right when I started talking about it, it had about even, but I think Bisu's Dragoons were a little bit stronger. And he's driving Stork back to this ramp here. Stork is going to try and set up another expansion at his second natural here. But if he doesn't hold this ramp against Bisu's attack, then he's not going to be able to set that expansion up at all. And Bisu pressing up here, pressing up the ramp, using that Archon to suck up a lot of damage to the front. Boy, pushes in as well. This is looking really bad for Stork. Bisu has taken that position again outside of Stork's base, and he's back in a sort of containment area thing where he's holding that spot there. And in the meantime, he's sending a little brute squad of zealots to go and attack Stork's base in the top left. So basically, if those zealots get there, they're probably going to take out that base, and that's going to be huge for Stork, because then Stork's going to be at 2 bases, and Bisu's going to be at 3 with with map control to top it off. So things aren't looking very good for Stork right now.
Yeah, definitely, and these zealots are probably going to mop up this. Oh wait, they might. Yeah, they probably will. I don't think there's any way for this cannon and this. Oh, he's microing his probes really well by surrounding them with the cannon. Except Bisu's probably going to target some of the probes, and I think he's attacking the Nexus. Is he? No, he's not. He's just attacking the cannons. And okay, huge battle going on here. Bisu's Archon is getting. Actually, yeah, Stork definitely took this battle out just because Bisu's Dragoon Zealot combination wasn't that strong, and his Dragoons just got trampled by the Zealots. And Stork's oh, he actually caught 4 probes there. That was pretty good on Bisu's part. Sorry about that. He caught 4 probes there, and that Templar was obviously going to do nothing, so you know, might as well take 4 probes rather than doing nothing. And yeah, Stork got his third expansion back, and Stork's going in for a counter here. Actually, no, he's not. Wait, no, okay, yeah. So he's engaging Stork on the high ground, which is not good. And good storms going off from Bisu, and I don't see any good storms from Stork. And he's trying to do a dual prawn. No, actually, no, he isn't. Those two Zealots, I don't know what the hell they were doing, but yeah, Archon, good storms on Bisu's part, really good storms on Bisu's part, and they're both switching into macro mode. If I counted correctly, Bisu has 10 gateways up right now, and I didn't see Stork's gateway count, and I checked the upgrades. Stork has 0, 0, 0, and Bisu, you can talk about his upgrades when we see them, and yeah, Bisu's definitely taking a decisive advantage in this game because it's basically 3 bases versus 2, and I don't know what Stork can do besides like some really good Templar drop on like all his bases to get back in this game. He's behind, but I wouldn't count him out yet.
Yeah, I think what he was trying to do that little attack because he knew that he was behind a base and he wanted to take out one of Bisu's bases in return. But Bisu coming in here, man, if Stork loses this expansion again, that will be curtains for him, I think. And a ton of storms going off over everything. Just random storms, it seemed like. I think one of the Templar might have stormed itself. And I can't even tell whose Archons are whose some of the time. Okay, wait, that's, oh crap, for some reason my video just lagged out even though it's local. And okay, my video woke up just in time to see Stork GG. He knew that he was losing that third base, and with Bisu up base on him pretty consistently and having more troops and having map control, there was not a whole lot that he could do. So Stork going down to the newly uninjured Bisu here in this matchup.
Oh yeah, that was really surprising just because Stork is like given the title of like the best Protoss versus Protoss, and Bisu, his Protoss versus Protoss is actually his worst matchup, except you gotta admit the map actually favored Bisu like very badly. I'm sure if Stork had that position, things wouldn't turn out this odd, and Bisu just taking his medal or whatever the heck. I've never actually seen that medal before. Actually I have, but not what it's on it. But anyways, yeah, so let me quickly talk about this game. Yeah, so the positions, I can't like stress how much the positions played a part in this game because Bisu basically had the position advantage. First because of the drops, and Stork looking really depressed here. He did not. Stork probably knows like it's not his fault that he lost. It was the map's fault. Sure, it's not obviously the whole map's fault. Like he obviously, I'm thinking of some major errors Stork made in losing, and I can't really think of anything major that he did. What Bisu? That is so cool. I wish I had something like that for me. But anyways, yeah.
Just win an MSL. Just win an MSL.
Oh yeah, I wish. But anyways, Stork. Yeah, he played a pretty good game there. No major errors, I think. I think Bisu stormed better in probably every single battle, because if you think about it, most of the battles that were like not high ground rigged for either player, Bisu did come out on top because he probably had better storms, and I guess that each battle made him like 1 or 2 Dragoons, 1 or 2 Zealots ahead, and that's what ended up getting him ahead in the long run. And I guess that's probably the only error Stork made in my view. What do you think, Motap? Any major errors Stork made, or any major like plays that Bisu made?
No, he didn't really play that badly. The only thing I can think of is that Bisu did actually get, and this may have been the fact that, like I said, no, if we were talking about the positions, Bisu had a better chance to do drops. And Bisu did get off that Dark Templar drop. It didn't do a ton of damage, but he did actually get like 5 or 6 probe kills, which can be important in the long run, I guess. That may have been part of it. But also, like you were talking about fighting uphill, I think Stork was fighting uphill most of the time, and I think that's why he ended up coming out a couple Dragoons short in all the engagements, and ended up kind of getting... They usually came out even, but Bisu just came out a little bit more, and that just enough more that he was able to keep the advantage the whole game. And that enabled him to take that ridge outside of Stork's base, which enabled... by the way, they're picking the ace match right now. That was game 4. Bisu took it to the ace match, so both teams are giving their ace choices to the Kesper referee right now. And so yeah, that's all I can think of, is just all of that enabled Bisu to take a better position, which enabled Stork to not be able to protect his third base, because his troops couldn't go all the way up there, and once he lost that third base, it was basically game.
Yeah, definitely, and I wouldn't blame Stork for, well, some of the times, like, I remember there was this one battle where they were at Bisu's, like, natural, or at his main expansion, I guess, where his main and third, the way where the two ramps are, and Stork engaged Bisu when Bisu was on the high ground. I guess Bisu didn't have that much of a high ground advantage. Oh my god, I have never seen this big puppet guy here before.
You've never seen that thing?
I have
never seen.
I honestly have never seen that. I've watched a lot of pro games, but anyways, let's talk about that a little after. But yeah, Stork kind of engaged Bisu on the upper ground some of the times, but some of the times he was actually forced to. Like, he had his third expansion where Bisu had his units at one point, and so if they engaged there, it was kind of, Stork was kind of forced to engage Bisu on the upper ground. But I guess you also have to give Bisu kind of like a genius credit there, because he knew that he expanded to his third expansion, so Stork had to get his third expansion, and the only way for him to do that was to break Bisu's high ground advantage. And even if Bisu had lost that battle, he would have gained more than he lost, because obviously if you're fighting upper ground, you have an advantage. And so again, the map played a bigger part in this than it should have, and I can't really blame Stork for losing this, because it was kind of, I think it was an even matchup, and if they played again, I wouldn't be surprised at all if Stork won, because these players are pretty much both even as far as this game showed. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. You want any finishing remarks, Small Trap?
No, I think that just about covers it. By the way, like I said, that did push this to an ace match, and I will be commenting the ace match as well. I don't know if I'm going to do that with Combat or with Diggity or someone, but at the very least I'll do it on my own. And the ace match is also going to be Stork versus Midas, so that should be kind of fun to do. So, but other than that, thanks for listening, guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Peace out.